All right, Sistas fans. Now, this was a screenshot sent to me of a YouTube video, which I have not seen, but the context is something that apparently is going around Twitter and Instagram. And let's see here. Apparently, let me quote, that's the quiet part. Word on the street, there's an actual kiss that happens in season 6. And that's it. After that, other fans are like, wait, you mean like a real kiss? Not like on the lips, not just on the forehead or the cheek? And then another person, like, you trying to give me a stroke? And that's it. I don't have anything else to work off of. And I'm only doing a video because people keep asking me, do a video. And I'm like, well, I haven't heard anything. All we have to go off of, and I already did a video on this particular statement, is from the TV Line article that dropped the same day as the Sistas season 6 teaser. And it says, Fatima confronts Zach regarding his reaction to the news about Karen. And Zach reassures Fatima that she's the only one he wants. And I did a video about, look, I don't want to go full, all the way off on Fatima for this because we don't know. I mean, obviously it's Zach's reaction to Karen, being involved in the salon fire and everything. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's a matter of him fully being, oh my God, Karen, I love her. But according to what she told Zach and Fatima, which we still don't know if she is telling the full truth based off the doctor's dates of when the conception happened, in Zach's mind, based off what was told to him and Fatima, he is the father. So this concern could be about the mother of his unborn child. I mean, keep in mind, he's dealing with the whole custody thing involving his son, Michael. So he has a potential baby number 2, and he's worried about the baby mama. And then I'm like, this is the worst time for Fatima to allow these insecurities to pop up because this is bigger than her. It really is. And I don't want to see any more of that insecure shit from her in a situation where Zach has every single right to be concerned. Now, I know this is a bit of a side tangent, but I was introduced to a show that I'm pretty sure most of you may already know of. And you're like, damn, you're just now hearing about it. Parks and Recreation. A friend sent me a clip as a joke. You know how it is when you have like friends, you either it's a group chat or just friends in general, like you exchange memes, TikToks, funny videos, gifs or whatever. And the clip, I'm like, this is pretty intriguing. I don't know, it seems kind of funny. So then one clip on YouTube turned into compilation videos. Then I bought the entire series on Blu-ray. What was it? Almost a month ago. And I watched the entire thing. I finished it last week, actually. And I love that show. And in one of the early seasons, Andy, played by Chris Pratt. This is before he got together with April Audrey Plaza, who I am insanely in love with now after watching this show. What was it? Andy's ex-girlfriend, not April. Anne. Yeah, everybody has an A. Andy and April. Okay. So, I think this was season 2 or season 3, but it was Andy in the hospital after getting in a car accident because he had already told April, hey, I like you, and she liked him too, but she's like, hey, I could tell you already still have feelings for Anne, so I don't think we should be together. Later that day, he ends up in the hospital because he got into a car accident. Anne came to see him. They shared a moment, and she kissed him. Then she left because she works at the hospital or whatever, so she was doing her job. April comes in and is like, I heard what happened. What I said earlier was stupid. I want to be with you. And then she kisses him. And he's like, look, I'm only telling you this because I really, really like you. But Anne and I kissed 2 minutes ago. And she kissed me and then she ran out pissed off. I'm wondering if the similar thing is going to happen here where Zach goes to visit Karen in the hospital, which is a major flip from season 5 where it's like, I ain't going to check on Karen. She good. She got her mom, Pam's over there. I ain't going over there. And it's funny because Fatima got pissed off about, Karen calling to cuss her out and whatnot. So in this situation, because remember in season 5, Fatima was like, hey, go over there. And he's like, no, I'm not going. But in this situation, Zach was going, and then Fatima's in her feelings about it. But like I said before, in Zach's mind, based off Karen's dialogue, hey, I'm that baby's father. I need to go check to make sure everything's cool. Now, if a kiss were to occur, who would initiate it? Last time it was Karen kissing Zach on the cheek at the salon. Recent, that's when the whole photo bull crap took place. Lord, what's going to happen now? Is somebody going to be secretly recording these two in the hospital? I don't know. There's always some off-screen, person doing some drama shit. I don't know. Honestly, it's heads or tails of who would if there is a kiss. I don't know who's going to initiate it, because it's interesting to me. Go back to season 2. Zach was the one that kissed Karen in her office. He kissed her first. Then that initiated their, quickie. Well, it wasn't even a quickie. It was interrupted by Aaron. Then fast forward to season 5. Well, actually, no. Mid-season of season 3, Zach kissed Karen again on the cheek. After he gave her that check for $75,000. Hang on. No, 72, because he gave her $5,000 cash. Yeah, and then said, hey, clean break, I'm going after Fatima. And then, of course, she kissed him on the cheek recently in season 5. I think, to be honest here, it would be a situation where maybe Karen would be like, my life flashed before my eyes, and I realized that I'm not over you, Zach, and I want you in my life and the child's life, and, this, that, and the third. I don't know. I mean, the question is, would Zach and Fatima are broken up? Look, I am not going down that rabbit hole. Different timelines, we know that Sistas and Zatima are not happening in conjunction to each other, like at the same damn time. So I don't know if Zatima, I'm thinking Zatima's still behind timeline wise. So Zach and Fatima are back together, but apparently, as you can tell, they still got shit they're working on. I think this would be a pretty good story. I know the drama there, people would not want it at all, but if the timelines made sense, it could be pretty dramatic, because let's say, we know that in season 2B of Zatima, Zach's mom is going to be on life support, and we don't know if she's going to make it. So it's like, oh my gosh, my mom in the hospital, I didn't get to tell her so many things, this, that, and the third. And I wonder if something is going to happen like this in Sistas where, see, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. So this could be written really well where, oh my God, we can get some great character development for Karen and Zach. And look, Fatima, I'm not trying to put her on the bench, but Zach and Fatima need this. I mean, Zach and Karen need this. And it's like, I'm not saying Karen and Zach is better than Zach and Fatima, but let me just say, I have not been a fan of Zach and Fatima as a couple all of Sistas season 5 and none of Zatima season 2, except for like 2 moments maybe. So I think this could be some juicy drama where it's not us always rooting against Karen, but you could also have good writing where you show different sides of the characters where it's like, oh shit, okay, Tyler cooking. We might actually see Zach and Karen get back together or something. We don't know. But no. I'm thinking it could be like Zach, realize, I mean, here I am about to lose somebody, potentially about to lose someone else I really care about. And look, not trying to make excuses, but people looking at the facts, even though him and Fatima moved really fast, him and Karen, that was a 3-year thing. Yes, a lot of on again, off again nonsense, but their wounds still, fresh. I mean, Zach kind of rushed into the Fatima thing. I'm just saying. But if they were to kiss, I think that I feel like Karen's going to be the one talking about, like, my life flashed before my eyes. Obviously, she was the one that experienced this near-death thing, so she's going to talk about what it was like. And maybe, just maybe, her and Zach will have a moment of reconciliation. But keep in mind, the last time these two interacted, she was stone cold to him. For good reason, given the fact that he, went at her and Aaron at the steam plant and whatnot, so... that's usually how it is with these two. Karen's usually cold, whether or not she has a good reason to, be cold. But then either she'll talk with somebody that shows her a different perspective or whatever, or she goes through something and then she's like, I want Zach. Even though it's kind of funny when this dude got stabbed for your ass, you didn't want him, you picked Aaron. But yeah, I don't know who initiates the kiss, and if it's Zach, I want to go out on a limb here and say I would want it to be Karen as opposed to Zach. I mean, this woman has already kissed him. It's like, look, I hugged and kissed the father of my child, and I didn't kiss him on the lips. I could have, but I didn't. But this time she might say screw it, but she does. I don't know. It kind of conflicts with a lot of things because based on that photo or the photos from the TV Line article during the season 5 finale, the fire stuff should happen really soon. The same night timeline wise as we are in the show, with Danny at the steam plant, then she meets Preston's, girl and whatnot, and then the girls come over, and then eventually in the same outfit, Karen goes to her shop and then sees it's on fire. She might be in the hospital for a couple episodes. There might be a decent amount of episodes that pass before the scene in the season 6 promo where she's like, I just lost everything. Because obviously gets caught in the fire, goes to the hospital, obviously to make sure she's okay and the baby. And then once she gets out, that's when she assesses the situation and everything moves forward from there. For example, we don't know when this scene with Fatima and Zach and Michael happens, and it's like, look, we could talk to Andy and try to get full custody. We don't know when that happens. I mean, who knows when Zach finds out about Karen, being in the hospital, maybe episode 2 or 3, who knows? But yeah, people, I don't know. Like I said, maybe when episode synopses are revealed, we'll find out something. But I'm thinking that, Karen finding rolling up to the salon and seeing the fire, that is definitely an episode cliffhanger. I'm thinking that might be the episode 2 or 3 cliffhanger. And then from there, the Zach stuff might not happen until episodes 5 or 6. Again, speculation. As soon as episode titles and whatnot come out, I will happily tell. Wait a minute. Yeah, didn't that stuff get released? Not the synopsis, but the titles. And I remember the fire stuff not happening until episode 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. This was season 6 Actors Access information, and I'm too lazy to go back and find it, but I do know it because I did videos on it. So yeah, that's all I got. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to half-ass it. Y'all don't want me to do that, so I'm going to pause my recording, look up the information, and then come back. Yeah, found it. Okay, so episode 3 is called Fanning the Flames. Episode 4, Face the Fire. Okay. All right. And episode 4, we got a couple of new people introduced. And actually, here we go. So episode 3, Fanning the Flames. That's when we meet Jimmy, Heather's boyfriend. And then we see Cheryl, who tells Zach and Fatima about the neglectful situation Michael is in because Heather doesn't really watch their child. So the whole thing involving that is episode 3. Episode 4, medical examiner looks over the salon and finds a dead body. And then Lewis, he found Karen passed out inside of the salon and had taken her to the hospital. So yeah, folks, the fire, we're not going to follow up on that until, and this is based on the titles. I mean, stuff could be changed in the editing, so the order of events could be, switched around, but the whole salon thing, we might not, get to that until mid-June. And, yeah, that's pretty much it there. So I was kind of right with my guesses about episodes 5 or something. So let me know what you think. Yeah, like I said, I think it could be a matter of Zach being really emotional with the whole finding out his son is not being tended to. And then the mother, maybe, of his other baby, that was not meant to rhyme, but it did, might have died in a fire, almost died. So he's concerned about that. So I think emotions are going to be high from both parties. But if I were to make a guess, I would say Karen is the one who initiates the kiss. I'm just guessing. Like I said, I don't know if they are going to kiss, for sure or for show, but I could see it happening. I'm not saying I'm wanting it to happen, but I could see it happening. And Fatima's going to be pissed off about it. But then again, it's kind of interesting because, in Zatima, there's drama because of the whole Zach and his girl from back in the day, Connie. And then in Sistas, it's like, it's Zach and his girl from a few seasons ago, Karen. So that's the one thing I'm wary of, because I don't like how we're getting a bunch of copy and paste storylines from Zatima and Sisters to create drama, because it's like, no, it's like Frosted Flakes versus, Great Value Flakes. No. All right, well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, as soon as I find out something, some concrete evidence that Karen and Zach are going to kiss, I will let you know, whether it be an episode title, synopsis, or what have you. So, with that being said, as always, just thanks so much for supporting the channel. Really, it does mean a lot. We are getting closer and closer and closer to 250,000 subscribers. And from there, that's all I got. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.